got this knowledge from a priest who had actually touched and translated these parchments at the Church of Saint-Sulpice in Paris. Apparently, they then went into the hands of the Vatican and they've never been seen since. Now, it's possible that Saunier left a clue about the contents of these parchments in his church, because Station 14 traditionally depicts the body of the crucified Jesus being carried into his tombs by his disciples. But in the church at Rennes-le-Château, someone's painted in a moon to the top left corner of the scene, which sets it at night. And of course, it's against Jewish law to touch a dead body at night. And you could interpret it as they're not touching a dead body because he was still alive. In isolation, it's a fascinating hypothesis. When you tie it into the letter that the authors of Holy Blood, Holy Grail got, that Saunier had discovered parchments that were incontrovertible proof that Jesus hadn't died, it's not so wild an idea to say that this was the way the priest subtly wanted to leave a message that would outlast him and that would have us still asking questions 100 years later.
Ça va? Allez, c'est bon.
I was contacted by a local man who'd heard about my investigation, who said he'd actually got hold of some of the parchments that the priest had found under the church. I knew this could be a scam, but I was curious to see what he had, so I agreed to meet him.
Ça c'est quoi exactement?
Ce sont des parchemins de l'affaire de Rennes-le-Château qui ont été, au fil des siècles, préservés par les curés pour transmettre un grand secret. Je dis le grand secret parce que c'est le secret de la région, le secret des Cathares, le secret de l'Église aussi.
According to these parchments, the secret was that Jesus Christ had not died on the cross, but was smuggled out of Jerusalem to southern France, along with Mary Magdalene and their children. On the face of it, they were just Latin passages from the Bible. But he said that when you use this small cipher to decode them, a new secret text appeared. Are you convinced this is authentic?
Tu es convaincu que ça c'est authentique?
Plus que convaincu, oui. Plus que convaincu. Ce livre est absolument indiscutable. Hein.
So are these, what are the age of these documents?
Ils ont quel âge ces documents?
Les plus anciens datent de la Révolution française.
Is it a key to a map?
Est-ce que ça c'est une clé pour une carte ou un plan?
Tout à fait.
Yes.
C'est un plan symbolisé.
It's a symbolic map.
Is Mary Magdalene buried somewhere on this map in front of us?
Donc, est-ce que Marie Magdalene, le tombeau est quelque part dans cette plan?
Tout à fait, bien sûr. Avec celui du Christ aussi, bien sûr.
Yes, with Christ. So.
What does he know? What form the bodies are in? Are they embalmed or skeletons or?
Est-ce que les corps maintenant sont que ils ont dégradé, ils ont embalmés, ils ont.
Si j'en crois, c'est volontaire. Hein, si j'en crois ce que disent les prêtres, hein, le corps est encore en état de momification.
I feel that I'm being led to the fact that you have the body of Mary Magdalene.
What can I say about that? I mean, that's what you feel. That's.
If hypothetically, if you did, would it be a wild notion that it could be an embalmed body, or that it would just be a skeleton?
No, it would be embalmed.
Là, c'est une...
The parchments reveal that the embalmed bodies of Mary Magdalene, of Jesus and their children were buried in an underground temple near Rennes-le-Château.
Donc, ce qu'on peut trouver dans le temple à l'heure actuelle, on a reconstitué l'équivalent d'un temple de Salomon.
So what's in the temple is a reconstitution of the Temple of Solomon.
When was it built?
C'était construit quand?
5e siècle environ, la base, 5e siècle environ avant Jésus-Christ.
Ah, 5e siècle avant Jésus. The 5th century before Jesus.
Is there a temple underground?
Yes. It has one open entrance at this point in time. One of 12.
Is this a necropolis as well?
Of sorts. I don't like to term it that, but yes.
But there are people of importance buried there?
Yes. I mean, there are things buried there, yes. There are treasures buried there, yes. Over the centuries, it's acted as a repository for many things. And there's still a lot to be discovered there.
Is Mary Magdalene buried in this necropolis?
Oui, si on en croit les documents que l'on a entre les mains, et si on en croit aussi les vitraux d'église, ils sont effectivement là.
If that temple really is there, that will be the location of the evidence. That will be where the body of evidence is.
The body of Mary?
If it's the body of Mary, the body of Jesus, the head of John the Baptist, that's your location.
The Priory say that there was a robbery at one of their addresses in Paris a few years ago, and I think it's possible that that's where this guy got these parchments. So whether they're original copies of the parchments the priest found in Rennes-le-Château, or whether they're modern forgeries, doesn't really matter if the information is true. But is it? Did Mary and Jesus come to France with their children, and are they buried here now? Certainly there's a hugely strong belief locally that that's the case, and that there's something sacred about the area around Rennes-le-Château, but no one's ever found anything. Historically, it stands up because there was a thriving Jewish community in this area of southwest France. So if you were looking to flee from Jerusalem, it is possible that Mary, with or without her children, maybe with Jesus or his body, did come here to France and settle. Which means they're buried here somewhere. But where? My producer in Los Angeles has found a lead that might be interesting. It's a website called The Tomb Man, and he claims to have found a Knights Templar tomb near Rennes-le-Château, which is connected to the whole Saunière mystery. You can see photos of the tomb on the website, and there's what appears to be a body under a shroud with a red Templar cross on it, and there are chests and other items in the tomb. I think